for the bars.
Oh, right, okay, you go after the strip?
Yeah. More or less the same time, but obviously in the night. It was the night.
What?
So we'd get in the bars in the night, by
Under
the
the
men's,
fence?
by the boys' toilets, by his changing rooms,
Okay,
on the wall.
this I did
on
not
the
know.
wall. Oh, well, there we are.
So hang on a minute. What would you wear in the pool? Or wouldn't you go in the water?
No, we used to take, the girls would take their bathers in one of those basket things.
Yeah. So you remember what you got your purse in there?
No, you know, those wooden baskets.
Yeah, I know, like cookery in school.
That's right. We used to take them, so we had our bathers on. We could have bathers. Get over, I don't know what the boys, they never, perhaps they wore their bathers underneath, I have no idea.
Okay.
But we had to, if we went in the pool, we couldn't jump in.
You just keep your hair dry.
No, never thought of hair.
Why
being
couldn't you
dry.
jump in?
Because it would splash. And the police would know you were in there.
Oh,
You weren't allowed to go in there. It was
okay.
night.
So you used to go swimming in the night, in the
dark.
It must have been
the
pitch black. There's
Of
no
course it
street
was.
lights.
No, of course it was. It was fab. And then that's when I went in the boys' changing rooms to get dressed, and I kissed Lou for the first time.
Lou Robson.
Lou Robson.
Who was your friend? He was in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was a crowd of people.
Yeah. I always fancied him.
Yeah.
So it was like, so I went in this changing room to get changed.
I've got to find this picture. Did Lou Robson look? I know this is Stephen, but did Lou Robson look at like this at that time?
Yeah.
Did he? He was handsome,
He was
Maz.
gorgeous.
He was really, really handsome.
So, yeah, that was the first time I kissed him in there, in the boys' changing. Oh, disgusting. Boys' changing rooms.
Marions.
It was a summer, mind. I mean, we didn't go in the winter, stupid places.
Well, no, because it was bloody cold in the summer.
Cold,
yeah. So you kissed Lou Robson.
I did.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Smitten.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Hook, line and sinker.
Yeah.
Got you.
I think he was still in the grammar school. I think.
Okay.
I sort of vaguely remember seeing him in his cap.
Bad. How old was there an age difference?
10 months.
You're older than
I was older
okay.
than him.
So
I
you
was working.
you didn't do the 11 plus because you couldn't have the uniform.
I was working.
Okay.
Down
right.
St. Roy's. And he then went to work in BP in the chemistry labs.
Clever.
Yeah.
Oh, was he clever? Okay.
Yeah. His mother thought he was going to be a doctor. He was never going to be a doctor. But he did go. His father worked in BP.
Yeah.
Fireman. He went to BP to work in the chemistry labs.
Okay.
And then I came along.
And then you came along. In that outside top.
Yeah, we might have had outside top there.
Or maybe a little bit more than that. So.
Oh, not in the bars.
Oh no, not in the bars, obviously. So
It was outside the bars.
So, okay, how old are you now? We've got you to about 18, 19,
yes, yeah,
17,
yeah,
18.
Yeah.
And are you pregnant? Do you know you're pregnant?
I didn't know I was pregnant, no.
Well, so how did
Well,
this
no,
come about?
it
'Cause I'm
wasn't
what year
something-
was this then? 1961?
Yeah, but don't forget, you didn't pee on a thing and
No.
everyone was pregnant. You
No.
had to go to the doctors for the doctor to tell you you're pregnant.
So you'd have to go with your sample?
No.
Okay.
The examination, they'd examine you. You know, they'd
Well,
feel...
they wouldn't do a water test?
No, you had to be like 3 months before they could feel it or whatever. But
Oh
I
my
was being
God.
sick. And my brother-in-law said to my sister who lived with us
In the front room?
in the front room, your Marions pregnant. So she asked me outright, are you pregnant? And I said, oh, I don't know. I'm being sick. And I was being sick all the time. So I thought, I'll go to the doctors. So I go to the doctors and she goes, could you be pregnant? And I went, no. I can't tell a doctor, you know, no.
What have you been doing?
She said, oh, well, you must have gastroenteritis. I'll never forget it. I have been so relieved in my life. I'm scooting out of the doctor's.
Because you really thought you had
The doctor told me I had gastroenteritis.
But really, you knew you were pregnant?
Well, I didn't.
You didn't know
I knew
anything.
I'd lied to her that I could have been pregnant, but
Oh my God. And then what happened?
and then I just kept being sick, and then my sister told my mother that I was pregnant, and I thought she's going to kill
Were
me.
your sister told your mother? Where were you?
Out.
Hang on a minute. Does Lou know that you're pregnant at this time?
Yes.
And what's Lou said about it?
Shitting
He's
himself.
shitting himself because he's going to tell his mum, who is not that fussed on you anyway,
No.
because you stopped her son from being a doctor.
Well,
Obviously.
He
Yeah.
was going to be a doctor. No, well, my mother then came home, and I was crying my eyes out, thinking she's going to kill me, and I've let her down. And she said, "Stop crying and think that poor little baby inside you." All right, okay. So then I told Lou he had to tell his mother, and he said, "Oh." He came the next day. I said, "What'd she say?" He said, "Oh, she had a heart attack." As you'd say, "Oh my God, my mother had a heart attack." But she really did have a heart attack.
No.
She had a weak heart. She had a weak heart. She had heart problems anyway. Yeah, she had a heart attack and they had to phone
She
the doctor.
survived.
Of course she did.
She survived the heart attack.
So she wouldn't know. But
So
then
where does? Okay, I got to get my head around this now. Where does Lou live?
in Merthyr Street,
Oh, okay. Where in Merthyr?
top end of Merthyr Street.
Because even I know that makes a difference. So,
No, yeah. He
So-
lived in the top end of Merthyr Street.
so what's the bottom end of Merthyr? So the bottom end of Merthyr Street would have been Thompson Street.
Yeah.
And what goes on in Thompson Street?
Oh, well, yeah, it was, I don't know, my mother would have killed me if I walked down Thompson Street. Killed me.
You weren't allowed to go down.
No.
Do you know what? I can remember my mum saying she wasn't allowed to
No,
Thompson
couldn't
Street
go down Thompson
because
Street.
of all the sailors
No,
and
scary. And I think she scared the
prostitutes
life out of me. Yeah, she scared the life out of me. Don't go down Thompson Street, it's scary.
So you never went to any of those pubs or clubs down there? Or...
No.
And so Lou lived there.
Yeah. Well,
But
you
he
can go
wouldn't-
to a pub.
and he
Anyway.
couldn't go to a pub.
No.
But Lou lived there and he still didn't venture into Thompson Street?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah, he
did
used to
he?
eat in that. Yeah, but they had lovely restaurants down there, old cafe places. He loved it. Loved it. The Blue Cafe. Always used to go
Yeah.
to the Blue Cafe. Well, they could. The boys could.
Why did they have lovely cafes there?
Well, because
Catering
they were all
for the-
different. Yeah, all different nationalities, all different things.
So you've come from this little Kazakhstan where you've got Mrs. Clement, Mrs. Lation, and you've got all this tight knit, and then you've got Thompson Street, which has got like such diversity,
No.
and you've never seen the likes of it
No.
because you're not allowed there.
No.
But Lou goes there.
Oh yeah.
Does Mrs. Robson know that Lee goes there?
Oh
Lou
yeah,
goes-
yeah. He
He's
used to
alright.
go with his father down
Right.
to the Blue Cafe and whatever down there.
What do your family do when you're 17 and you're pregnant?
Well, I mean, I never thought about it, but obviously they just went. All my aunties,
Oh, really?
my sisters, my mother,
Closed ranks.
and I was like cocooned.
Okay.
I was
So they weren't ashamed
no.
and they weren't disappointed.
They just
and
wanted me to have this healthy baby. End of. That was the end of it. They
So-
didn't care.
So there was never any question of you not having this baby or this baby not staying
Well,
with
yeah,
you?
because my mother went down to Doris, and she actually knew Doris a bit
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah.
And Doris looked at her and said, "Oh, I think she just best have this baby adopted." Which then extremely got my mother's back
Yeah.
up. And because Norma, her daughter, has had to get married
Okay.
when she was 16.
Okay.
And my mother pointed at Norma and said, "Did she have to get rid of her baby?" No. She'll have it adopted.
No.
And we see.
So did you have to marry Lou?
Well, we couldn't.
You couldn't get
We
married?
couldn't get married
Why?
because Doris had to. No, Doris and Nobby had to sign the form because we weren't 21.
Well, there's a hell of a lot goes on when you're 21. You can't have a drink.
That's
you can't get
why
married.
21st birthday was a massive thing. You
Okay.
had the key of the door. You
Yeah.
could go in the pub. You can get married.
So you're 17, 18, you're pregnant, you've got Lou who's happy to be with you and he wants to be part of this baby's life and everything, but you can't get married because his mother won't let him.
No. Couldn't sign the form.
So he's born out of wedlock.
Yes.
Which back then was
terrible. Not the weekend. Anyway,
so you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You've got this big belly, and you never ever felt ashamed.
I never felt ashamed myself, but there were people that were really horrible.
Oh no!
Oh, my best friend, Christine's mother was Nelly. I can remember going down Jackson's Bay, and of course we had Stephen in September, so it must have been
the summer,
like 7 or 8 months, in a smock. I wasn't, and she sat there, Nellie Brown, and she said, I think it's disgusting. Look at her. How can she plonk herself down there? Look at the size of her. I think it's disgusting. And I can remember crying and going home and telling my mother.
And your mother says,
smash her face. No,
she
didn't. No, she didn't. She said, what goes around comes around, my darling.
Did she?
And it did.
Did it? Still Marion D, and she's got this big belly, and you think about going into labour. Now, are you going to have this baby in hospital, or are you having it at home?
Oh, hospital now, Woodlands Road, yes.
Oh, Woodlands Road, right,
yes.
which is no longer there.
No,
okay.
But it was.
So, you are going to have this baby in Woodlands Road.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you go into labour? Where are you?
In my mother's bed.
Oh. Have you left your mother's bed? Hang on a minute. So you're pregnant and you're still sleeping with your mother?
Well, she has a comfy bed. I do remember going into labour in my mother's bed.
Water's breaking?
No, I was at my sister's first. We were babysitting, and I had a bad backache. And I went home and I went into my mother's bed because there's no phone.
Well, no.
There's no phone.
We've got electric, but we've got no phone.
We got to go down to the phone box down the road.
Call the midwife, yeah?
To phone for an ambulance to come and get me, to take me to Woodlands.
So you can't get to the hospital yourself?
No, it was night anyway.
Right, okay.
So I had to wait to have a contraction before I could walk the phone with my mother, because my mother didn't know how to use the phone. Well, she didn't know how to use it properly.
So hang on a minute, you're in labour, but so you go, right, I've just had a contraction, let's go now.
Yep.
Okay.
Phone an ambulance, and in the hospital I went into Woodlands.
So where's Lou?
Still in Merthyr Street.
He has no idea you've gone into labour.
Well, my sister must have told him I'd gone into labour, and then he went. I'll never forget, I used to put that photograph in
this one?
Face.
No. You are
with Maldwin and their aunt.
This
the
one?
Auntie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to say to him, see that? That's what you were doing when I was in labour. He went with Maldwin. Well, he won a jolly. Maldwin, and then
Maldwin? Who's that? His
Maldwin
cousin?
Gibbon. No, he lived a couple of doors up.
Oh, okay.
They must have arranged this for Maldwin to go with Lou to his aunties out of the way. Out of the way.
When your due time was?
I was in labour.
And they took him away?
And Maldwin took him away.
Who did? Doris and Nobby?
They didn't. Maldwin went to his aunties, and that was photograph taken then. But when you look how young he is, he was babies. We were babies.
Babies having babies?
Yeah. I'm back. I'm home now.
With baby Stephen?
With baby Stephen. So we have to go and register him. So we go to, wherever, to register him. And we're registering him Stephen Robson.
Oh, so he's having
he was not going to be Stephen D, he was Stephen Robson. So we went and registered him Stephen Robson, and Lou went home and said to Doris, we've registered him Robson, he's Stephen Robson. And she said, no, the same breath, or even the same day maybe. Oh look, if he's a Robson, then you might as well get married. Which we did.
So you've had this baby, you've registered him, and she's still going to give you the permission to get married.
Still sign the yeah. Still sign. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything. Either you were married or. Nothing.
And do you know at this point that Lou's the love of your life, or are you thinking, so you get married, right? And what are you thinking on your wedding day?
If it don't work out, we get divorced. No.
So where do you and Lou live?
In the middle bedroom. And the boys were in the back bedroom.
Your two boys, Stephen and Lee?
They had their own bedroom, so it took us ages to get a council house because it was only my mother.
Okay.
And that's when I look at that photograph of the car, the FBO, we had enough money. The second house.
This one?
No. There's one with
Oh,
Stephen
yeah,
and the boys.
got it here, yeah.
That was the first. We
FBO.
had enough money for a deposit for the house. Now, we never had anyone that should have said to us,
Buy a house.
go and buy your own house.
'Cause it
Put
was
your
not thought
deposit.
of.
No, you
It
wait
didn't-
for a council house. Would you just wait?
People like you didn't have their own houses, right?
No.
You just wasn't in your...
Why? So he went and bought a car. But
God.
we had enough money to put a deposit down on a house. I just wish we'd had someone sort of behind us. His father wouldn't. I was probably still renting Merthyr Street. I don't know. They built a bungalow after. They were. But someone with a bit of sense and say, look, don't buy a car. Put your money on that house. 2 doors, 3 doors away from my mother. And I thought, it's me thinking, I don't want to live that close to my mother.
We're still living in Rock Terrace, Colebrook Road.
Colebrook Road.
Yeah, okay. So life for you is really small. It's contained. It's you go from there to work, you come back, you go to school. Yeah. Okay. And then in 1968, what happens? Really exciting.
Did I have my own flat then?
Your own flat.
With a bathroom.
Because up to now you're still living. You
haven't got a bathroom.
So your boys at this point, who are like 7 and 8,
they used to bath in the bath.
they do not know
No.
a bath with
Well,
running
of course
water.
they know. I mean, like how Joan but Doris didn't have one.
You're right.
Doris didn't have a bathroom.
Right.
Their other nan,
Yeah.
who was posh, and we didn't have a bathroom. And then I moved
So
into that.
you're on the list, right, for a council house in in 1968. You get a letter that says, "Here we go. You've got a flat, brand new flat over Gibbonsdown."
Yeah.
And it's a high-rise flat.
No, it's only 3-story.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you and Lou go to look at it, or do you just go, yeah, we'll have it?
Oh, of course, no, just let's have it.
We'll have it.
Let's go.
Okay, so you have it, and then you move in.
Yeah.
And how's your mum feel about you leaving after all this time?
She was there all the time anyway.
She was at your house all the time. Oh, right, okay.
No.
Okay.
I went to see her, well, because the boys were in Carrickson school anyway.
Right.
And they'd go for dinner time, they'd go to my mother's for dinner.
Where are you then?
I'm working, I expect.
Oh, so you still work? So you're not a stay-at-home then?
Oh no, I worked in... No.
So you work?
I work.
Where do you work?
I worked in Salon Wells.
Okay.
And then I made...
Salon Wills, the hairdressers.
hairdressers, yeah. So I worked in there in the mornings.
Yeah.
And then I had the boys. They came home, but they went to my mother's every day for dinner. Because it was just down Church Road. That was it. So that was it.
Okay.
And I see my mother every day, probably. So that was okay.
Okay, so it's all right because you're going to see every day. But so you and Lou now are your own family, and you've moved into this flat. I've got a picture of this flat here. So 1970 comes. Lou's got his baby girl. You've got 2 boys, and you've got this baby girl.
Yeah.
How did the boys react to Rihanna?
Adored her. Absolutely adored her. They used to come and get her out of the cot and take her into bed. And they play Subbuteo. I always remember this because my mother-in-law actually mentioned it. They'd have their Subbuteo all out and play in, and she'd crawl in and crawl all over it and smash it all up. Never ever was cross with her, ever. And yes, and I can remember Rihanna had these marks. She had 90. I had a photograph of the 90. She had marks across her ribs, like red things, and How did that happen? The boys used to take a leg and swing it around the carpet, and it was all carpet. Very 90-year-old.
And she loved
and
it.
she screeched laughing, and she had all this carpet bins on it. They loved it. It was a bit dubious with the Durex because he wouldn't go and buy them. So we'd go in a chemist and he'd come out with tubes, toothpaste and stuff like that.
He had 3 kids. Obviously he was having sex, but he couldn't buy condoms.
No.
Okay.
No, he was useless.
Okay.
So I have the coil fitted.
Yeah.
And they say, test, make sure it's all right, make sure it's safe. And then no, it didn't. It came out in my hand.
The coil came out.
And I couldn't have it put back in.
Why?
Because my womb was rejecting it.
Why?
Well, I don't know. It just did. So
you couldn't have the coil. Okay.
Anyway, I'm pregnant.
What do you mean?
I'm pregnant again. Like, this is it. A year later, less than a year later, I'm pregnant.
Again.
You're
very fertile, Marion.
I'm thinking, oh no. So I went to the doctors and I said, when I have this baby, I want to be sterilised, because it used to be the thing. Everyone would either be sterilised or on a coil. Nobody had babies.
No.
So anyway, I'm pregnant. And then I had my darling Sarah.
Oh, so now you've got 2 boys and 2 girls.
Oh my God, I loved having Sarah.
Did you? Was it different?
Yeah, sort of.
Because you knew it was your last?
I don't know. Yeah, probably, because I was going to be sterilised the next day.
So you weren't sterilised?
No, because when Lou came in, the nursing home, he had to sign a form to say, yes, I could be sterilised. And he said, no.
Maz, have you ever been in control of your own ovaries? It wasn't your mother, it was your mother-in-law or your husband.
No, I never thought of that.
You've never of your own reproductive system.
So he said, no, I don't want you to have another operation. You just had a baby, and no, I'll have a vasectomy.
Oh, fair. So you wouldn't buy condoms.
29.
He stepped up. 29. 29. He knew he was done.
And he went, and we went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Down by Amy Evans.
Amy Evans, yeah.
And he just finished nights. And we had this appointment with the doctor, and the doctor said, you're 29.
You're young.
Say you break up, and I can remember sitting there looking and thinking, I don't care. He's still got 4 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care how much he wants another baby from someone else.
Yeah.
He's still got my 4 to look after. So he was a marvellous father, though. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, he
good with the
babies,
boys, but he had to always give them the best. They couldn't just have a bike; they had to have a racer. They couldn't just have a satchel to go to school. They had to have a real leather satchel.
I've got a picture of that. We've got a picture of the real leather satchel here somewhere.
Yeah, they had to have the best.
And in 1974,
we had our house.
You've got your own stairs for the front garden, a back garden, a drive. Oh my God, you've arrived. This is it now. 4 kids. Yeah. 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms. So the girls are sharing, the boys are sharing, and you and Lou are sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got rooms downstairs. You've got your fully fitted kitchen. Everything.
Oh, we had a new kitchen put in.
Yeah.
From Melbourne kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a new kitchen.
But where are you working, Matt? What are you doing?
Oh, I was working at school, cleaning up the school for an Afrin.
Okay. Like
but then I moved to being an area supervisor when Sarah was a little bit older. So I was an area supervisor with the council.
So what did you do then?
Well, I had to go to the office, and I had to go to college and do loads of things.
What did you have to go to college for?
To learn how to be a supervisor and a manager.
So all these years later, you haven't done the 11 plus. No, you've left school at 15. And how old are you going to
I can't even think about it. I went to college.
Well,
one
30,
day a
you were
week
born in
for
42 and 72.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you were 30
yeah,
plus, you went
yeah.
to college.
Yeah, for 2 years.
To learn.
Only
Management techniques.
Yeah,
and
well, management and supervisory management, yeah.
What was fun about it?
Well, the girls were growing up.
Yeah.
The boys were, we always had boys in with the boys.
Yeah.
And then the girls had come along, and then the girls had their friends.
Yeah. And we were all there.
So
So you any close, 20 you any close becomes, you're still there, 46 years.
yeah.
46 years you've been there.
Yeah.
And it's your forever home. And sort of throughout, I'm going throughout those sort of like 70s, 80s, it is all about your kids growing up. Lee goes off to uni.
Yeah.
Stephen gets a job. Where does Stephen get a job?
He was down.
Dow?
Yeah.
Okay, he was down. The girls, there's 10 years.
No, first of all, he had a job in this garage, and we were so. And when I think about it, we were really not very good. We were good, but when he first went out in the lorry with whoever was driving the lorry, we followed the lorry. And when they went to Scouts down the moors,
you followed them.
Yeah, we were behind the bushes.
Oh, you and who?
Yeah, terrible. We were, very
nice.
Protective, I think.
Yeah, but were you protective? They didn't know you were being
Oh,
protective.
No.
So they used to think that they were going on their
Oh,
own.
of course they were.
Yeah.
They were going to
Yeah.
Scouts camp, and they were staying over the weekend. You've got to be joking. We was behind the bushes watching this Scout camp.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Cried my eyes out when they went on school trips for
Did
Collicuffrow.
you?
Oh, it was terrible. Dreadful.
Well, you would have thought you'd have been glad to see the back of a
No. And look, when the girls, you know what it was like in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Lou would come off 2 till 10 Sundays, 6 till 2. He'd come in, he'd look around, he'd go. There was nowhere for him to sit. And that's the truth. You know, there was, and he'd stand there and go, oh, I'm going to bed. Because there was nowhere, because all the girls would be sat.
Lolled over his house.
Yeah, playing the music and doing the thing. And then if you went out on night, if they went out for a night out, they'd all gather in my house and toddle up the stairs with their little bag, thinking it was their clothes they were going to get changed into.
No,
it was a bottle of vodka or a bottle of whatever. Now, he never knew that, ever.
Really?
No. I mean, Catherine, who is now my daughter-in-law, she used to come toddling in, and she was the only one out of all the girls who was a bit scared of him.
Okay.
Because he would have loved to them all to have been scared of him.
Yeah.
Because he tried very hard for them to be scared of him.
But they weren't. We weren't.
Never. No.
Okay. So that was in 1980. And then I sort of like, we went for the next sort of like 25 years, so 2005, you've got Rihanna goes off and cruises the world. She comes home one day, one minute she's in Argos with my pet monster, and the next minute she says, I've joined a cruise ship, and off I go. And she's going to be on that, and she just went. She went. And then in 1994, you've got Lee and Kath got married. So is she still
and
scared?
Catherine was the one that was always a bit nervous of Lou. I mean, he went off to university 4 years, came back with some beautiful girl, and then they finished. Stephen got engaged about 3 or 4 times.
I didn't have that in my notes. I knew it, but before he found the love of his life.
Before they thought the love of his life was our best friend's daughter.
Kerry. And they got married in 1998. And so Kerry and Ethan were Ethan is Kerry's son, but then Kerry and Stephen and Ethan became a family. And then in 2003, along comes Jaden. And
he was the first official.
Yeah, he was the one we were rooting for. Okay.
But Ethan was still mine. he was still my boy. No, but he was my boy. I mean, I was there when he was born. I was there.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So he's always been my.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows he's biologically not.
Yeah. But it doesn't.
No. At 22 now, he's still. I'm his nan.
Yeah.
And he gives me 10 kisses.
Yeah. As simple as that. But here comes Jaden.
Yeah.
And then in 2004, Rianne goes to New Zealand with Darren. In between this, we've had a wedding with Rianne as well.
Yeah.
Which, that was all very, very wonderful while it lasted. But she moves on, he moves on, and there we are. And so she's now with Darren and she goes to New Zealand. But you're not concerned about her going to New Zealand?
No.
Why?
Because she's had a house in Dockview Road and she rented it out. So this was just like an adventure. So off they went, and Stephen was going in October.
And you were preparing yourself for the worst day of your life.
Worst day of my life.
Because your son was going and you knew he was never coming back to live. And not only that, he was taking your 2 grandchildren with him as well. And so you're preparing, and October's coming, and you're preparing yourself for the worst day, and that's not the worst day of your life, because in August 2005,
Lou dies.
And that is the worst day of your life. Yeah. Because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It came from a place where you absolutely didn't know it was coming from, and you'd had a wonderful weekend together.
Yeah. Up in Leeds in Monmouth.
Because he was living there with Kath at the time.
And he was a fanatical Liverpool supporter.
Yeah.
And Liverpool was playing.
Yeah.
And we were watching it.
At home?
Yeah. We'd just come back from Leeds that day.
Yeah.
And he said, extra time. If they score now, it'll be extra time. And I got to get up in the morning, 4 o'clock. And went in the kitchen and died.
Massive heart attack.
Yeah.
From nowhere. And for Lou, he knew nothing of it.
No.
He knew nothing at all.
No.
But for you, absolute full-blown trauma. So you've got your husband there, you're calling for help, you're calling for the neighbours come in, the ambulance comes. Lou's working at the hospital at the time, so the ambulance men know him.
Yeah.
He's known to them.
Yeah.
It must have been surreal.
I can remember the ambulance driver, he's there thing and he's shouting, come on Lou, crying, the tears running down his face. It's horrible.
And all the while, you've got your daughter at the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Who knows nothing of it.
No.
So you all go off into the hospital, you go in the ambulance with Lou. Yeah, but...
Yeah. I just said, I said, just get her home. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what it means. Get her home.
And you know what?
Because I knew what she was like for her.
Yeah.
Well, all the kids were like for their father.
And
I'd rather me than me.
I spoke to her, and she says she can remember you in the background screaming, "Get her home." And you said to me that the next minute she was there.
Yeah.
But it couldn't have been the next minute.
No.
Because it must have been at least 48, 72 hours. Because she was the other side of the world. And her ticket wasn't ready to come home. And so they had to get everything. And she flew back to
the funeral.
To be here for the funeral and to say goodbye to her dad. That was the next big change in your life. It was like...
Well, I went to New Zealand a few times.
Yeah.
Because I could.
Yeah.
And then she comes home. So she's coming home. Darren's coming home. So we hired a camper. And we went all around New Zealand. Stopped then the last thing in Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
And We were like the clampets. We really were. We had this plastic table and 2 plastic chairs.
Yeah.
And we were a fair deuce to Darren, and we just drove. And then we parked in this. I didn't realise it was a car park. It was by the toilets because they wouldn't let him use the toilet in the camper van. We had to go to a toilet.
Right. Okay.
So that was true. No, I wouldn't. So we always had to park by toilets. So we parked by these toilets, and we couldn't get out unless we put the chair and the tables outside.
Yeah.
Which we did. Cheapy plastic table and it was the poshest part of New Zealand. And this was in the car park where all these beautiful, and it was like, it was beautiful, New Zealand, but this was a big posh part. And there we were with our plastic table and chairs stuck out.
Not where you want to be. Not where you want to be.
Oh, don't you dare get out. Don't you dare get out. Oh, it's so funny. It was funny.
Dramatic time. It was not ever. It was not ever on the cards. You were going to be together forever. He was the love, the absolute love of your life. And look, I've got. So here he is. Oh, lovely Lou. He's the absolute be all and end all. But Marsh, you didn't give up, did you? You carried on living.
I did. I had no reason not to.
He wouldn't have wanted that,
no,
would he?
But my kids wouldn't let me in.
No. I told you that we were going to end on something poignant, and so I guess that if this person, what would this person tell this person? What would 77-year-old Marion say to?
Don't change anything.
Justin,
just be kind, enjoy, laugh, drink. Nothing. I wouldn't change anything.